Hello, this is Mel Thompson, and this is a podcast in a series of podcasts about political risk. Today I'll be discussing a Brexit. What is a Brexit? This is the fundamental question that must be asked before we get to why. Third is what will happen if a Brexit occurs. A Brexit is basically the United Kingdom leaving the European Union. England leaving the European Union. When you start to think about this in the bigger scope of things, you start to realize how momentous of a decision this may have to be for the British people to even consider this, because this is really a step away from an organization, a concept, an idea, a family, if you will, a governmental body, a governmental family that they willingly joined and have been a good and solid member of for many years now. What a lot of people are concerned about are the economic issues that would accompany a Brexit, and they're not good. None of them are good. And this is why so many people are concerned about the political risks that are inherent when you start to leave large-scale governmental entities like the EU. Also, you must consider the fact that once and if England leaves the EU, then that may open, and I did use the word may, it may open the door for other countries to say, well, we're not too fond of being dictated to or being part of this either, so we're going to leave. The reality is you're not being dictated to when you join something willingly like this, and you're also not going to walk away from something that can potentially give you bailout money, which is what some of those countries have received. But even with that having been said, it may not dissuade people from doing what they think is in their best interest. Now, Prime Minister Cameron has warned of potentially devastating economic consequences if Britain chooses to turn away and just walk away from the EU. And he's basically saying that it's going to cost about $6,000 by the year 2030 per household for each person in England if the country leaves the European Union. The Chancellor of the Exchequer, Mr. Osborne, said Britain could lose £200 billion, which is basically $287 billion in U.S. dollars, and that's per year, and that's in trade, and that's over a period of 15 years. This is not a game. The possibility of Britain exiting the European Union could also pose a significant downside risk. And these are the words of Christine Lagarde, the head of the International Monetary Fund, the managing director of the International Monetary Fund. We repeat that, a significant downside risk. A British exit from the European Union could also damage Western security and weaken NATO, according to members and people who are very, very close to the situation within the structure of NATO. Former chiefs of NATO have said that the so-called Brexit would give aid to the West enemies. And it could also lead to a loss of British influence at this crucial time, when really, as they've actually stated themselves, it's really needed quite a bit. 45% of 6,000 people that were polled in Belgium, France, Germany, Hungary, Italy, Poland, Spain, and Sweden said they wanted their own vote. So this is why I brought up that topic from the start. If you go down the Brexit road, you're going to be going down that road potentially in those other countries. And now you start to really open the Pandora's box, which no one ever thought would be opened. A vote to leave is a very, very important vote for the people of Britain. It is a vote that is unique to them. It is their own business. But I will tell you this: if you are involved in any type of business matter when it comes to Great Britain, whether it be as a foreign direct investor or anything, even in mutual funds, anything, I would be very, very upset and leery of future returns on any investment, if not losses, if they leave the European Union. I do believe it's going to be a disaster if this happens. I think that the former mayor of London, who is now talking about the European Union in the context of Hitler, in some ways, is being absolutely ridiculous. And as you well know, anytime you bring up Hitler and you're a politician, you basically crossed a river that makes you look like a fool. I think this has become too emotional for people. I think it's become a non intellectual debate. And I think in the end, the people of Great Britain are so incredibly intelligent, they're not going to leave the European Union. If they decide to, I think they're going to survive and thrive. But it's going to take a long time. They're going to go through a lot of pain because this is a very, very serious decision. And it comes many, many years after they have been integrated into this process, where there are treaties involved, where there are tax issues involved. There are so many things involved that it's mind-boggling. And for foreign direct investors to try to get their own minds around what types of changes they're going to have to go through is really mind-boggling. And quite frankly, it's unfair to them because if some country, any country, whether it's Great Britain, United States, or any country, wants your foreign direct investment, and then they do something of this level that is going to change the rules of engagement for imports, exports, market entry, and a whole ton of other things, then you should be concerned and, quite frankly, a little bit upset. This has been Mel Thompson.